Flanking.
You dropped the diffuser. All friendlies have been eliminated.
You bad kitty!
He can't allow another country to see any weakness or discord. Insert Discord joke here. We can't allow King Desmond to join our Discord. Sorry. Sorry. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know if I can do this.
Stop moving around!
Wait, I have an idea. Wait, was I missing a heart? Wait, was I missing? Wait, I have to check.
Gaga, goo goo gaga. They go goo goo gaga over it. Goo goo gaga gaga gee go. And that's all the information I've got to offer. You what? Maybe one might say goo goo gaga or something. Maybe I can just fall off. There we go. No! Oh.
Oh wait, I already lost this one.
Oh.
This one favors the freaking one on the very end. I hate it.
Yep.
See? Damn it, I hate this.
Yep.
I hate this one.
You were looking for the, like, F-Zero one, weren't you?
Yeah.
Welcome home, Master. Yeah. Ah! There's someone right here! You know, hold on, give me a second. Welcome home, Master. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello. Let me welcome everyone in, but how are you all doing this morning? Brox, congrats on getting first. Dice, congrats on getting second. Oh no, I forgot to say good morning to a bunch of people today. Whoops. Jorah, congrats on coming in and typing exclamation point third. Yeah. let me say good meowing to some people. Like I forgot to do. But how are you all doing today? How are you all doing today? Ah, yes. You hear what? Me typing good morning to people, or just me saying hello? What? Hello! You hear the music? I am preparing breakfast. I see you're preparing breakfast. What are you preparing for breakfast, Jorah? What I had for breakfast was my typical breakfast. So I woke up early this morning, like one is supposed to do. Like I do, because I wake up pretty early. I don't know if you're aware of this, but I wake up pretty early. Ooh, waffles, yummy. That sounds really good. I haven't had waffles in a long time. There's so many foods that I don't eat anymore. Like, someone this morning mentioned plums, and I was just like, plums are one of my favorite fruits, or they were one of my favorite fruits when I was growing up, and I haven't had plums in years, probably over a decade, and I'm just like, how does this happen? How does it happen? Like, I should get plums again, because I used to love plums so much. Ugh. Young me thing. That's right. I feel like the same thing. Like, I haven't had plums since I was living with my parents. And that was a long time ago. So, yeah. And I feel like it was even before, like, high school. I don't know. Maybe not. But there was, what I did this morning, I woke up, I biked for 3 episodes of Digimon Savers. I'm almost done now. There's 6 episodes left, so we're getting towards the end. Yeah, a lot left to, not much to do left on that, but I biked for those 3 episodes. Shh, Jorah, don't say that. but fair enough. That's a good point, Jorah, but don't you don't need to say that. It's like when people say that the Switch, or not the Switch, because that's what I'm playing on now. When people say like the Wii is like a retro console now, and I'm just like, what are you joking about? What are you joking about, the Wii being a retro console? Anyway, but yeah, I did my biking for 3 episodes of Digimon. I did 3 sets of my core workout, and then I did 60 push-ups, which was really hard to do. I had to take lots of breaks, but I hit 60 eventually, and then I did 15 dips. So yeah, gotta work out. And then I had my regular breakfast, which was oatmeal with peanut butter and bananas. So that's what I ate. And I know, but waffles, yeah, I haven't had waffles in so long. It would be nice to start like cooking different things every once in a while, because I don't do that. I'm a very routine person, right? I stick to my routine quite a bit. Anyway, and that includes like what I cook, right? Whatever my routine is, that's what I do. Normally eat waffles. So what's the change today, Jorah? Why are you eating? Ah, now, Jorah. The question is, did you make them or did you heat up frozen waffles from the store? Delicious waffles. Not make waffles. Whoops. I typoed. I do have a waffle maker, but I'm too lazy. Yeah, so there was this one person I lived with in college, and we went to this event together once because we were studying the same thing, and they had waffles at the hotel that we were staying at for this event, and so he decided to get a waffle maker. And to aid in our waffle quest, I got, what's it called? I got this huge jug, like a gallon of maple syrup. And he made fun of me, like he was making fun of me for getting this gallon of maple syrup. But over the year, having that gallon of maple syrup was really useful. Buy in bulk, people. It's often very, very helpful. They're nice and soft and yummy. Okay, bear hugger. I'm a hugger, not a fire. Take off, eh? But, oh, maybe I should play Punch-Out Wii at some point. Too many games to play, too many games to play. That might be difficult. We'll see, we'll see. There are other things I've got to do first. But yeah, the maple syrup. I mean, we went through a lot of it over the course of the year that we were living together in that place. And it was nice to have it, and it didn't cost that much because I bought it in bulk. You see, if I'm going to use it in bulk, I can buy it in bulk. I mean, don't buy in bulk if you're not going to use it all, but if you know you're going to use it all, and you have the money to buy in bulk, do it. That's another thing, right? Right? You have to have money to do it. And that's another thing about how being poor is expensive. Good morning, Gemstar. What felt like I think you should leave sketch, Jorah? Yeah. Oh, hello, Hachi. Hello, Gem. How are you both doing?
Oh, that was so close.
That was so close, he says. Oh, you have tails. Your character has a bunch of tails like you. Is that Demise chasing you? Like, is that Demise from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword? Yeah, Kitsune. I see a Kitsune. Zelda/DVD. Hachiro. Here we go. Let's give Hachi a shout out. Doing good.
You zoned out.
Are you out of bed yet, Hachi? And what did you have for breakfast if you had it already?
Oh my god. I'm glad you did that on stream so I can just replay that.
I don't know what the joke is in this clip, but yeah. I'm all talked out, I think. Not even out of bed yet, so you haven't had breakfast. I guess I'm not all talked out. Everyone is green today on my screen. Gemstar, Jorah, and Hachi. I mean, in the chat on the screen, Hachi's a different color. Hachi's blue, but everyone's green today. It's gonna be difficult to disambiguate people. You know. I shouldn't say disambiguate. That's not the right word. It's to. Oh, that's true, Dice. You are red. You're a cute red kitty. Dice, did you hear my impression of you? Did you hear my impression of you that they clipped yesterday and turned into a stream sound? Hello, Enjoy. Let me play the impression for Dice. This was my impression of Dice that they clipped for me.
Welcome home, Master.
Hello, Enjoy. Mwah. Welcome in. Let's give you a kissy. What the heck? Let's do this one.
What the heck?
What do you mean, do you?
There's a pink bag on my chair?
What the heck? There's a pink bag on my chair? All right. This one.
Welcome home, Master.
What do you mean, do you? I don't know why it's different colors. I thought we pick it and it's global. So, Gem, about the color. Thank you, Dice. About the colors, it's if you set your color, then it's global. But if you don't set a color, like if you've never set a color, then it will just randomly pick a color for you every time you enter someone's stream. And that's what happens. So people like Hachiro and Mao Tenshi, their colors change a lot because they didn't pick a color ever. Do an impression of Gem. Dude, no, I can't do it. I don't know. I don't know the type of things you say. Like, just scream and say fuck. That's true. That's true. That you do that a lot. But you're also like, hi, no. And then you ask me if I've done my workout for the day, which I have. Well, I don't know. Hi, Ano. Hi, hamster. Stuff like that. What? Should we get into the game? I think we should get into the game. Let's warp over to the game now. Whoosh. Now for this, I'm not silly. Maybe I should get out my book. My grimoire. My law book. Alright, let's start a new game. As you can see, I've gotten rid of the the overlay. I got tired of it. My court record, that's right. Play the first turnabout, let's go. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. He dies. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Oh boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Woo, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. Indicted. You could say it. You could play it. You could play it for real. I mean, that's basically all of the defendants in this entire series.
I did everything right and they indicted me.
It's fine. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butz. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case. To clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butz. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yeah, you got this, Ace. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Yes, Your Honor. Nope. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butz, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Yeah, he is the Ace Attorney, but his name is Phoenix Wright. Some people call him Nick, though. This is my attorney dog, not the attorney dog! Okay, so for those of you who don't know, there was a real-life case where a person was... Oh. Let me take care of the chat, actually. But there was a real-life case where a person is just like, I'm not talking to you until I speak with my attorney dog. And then they're like, oh, an attorney dog? You didn't ask for a real attorney, you asked for an attorney dog, like a canine. And even the judge agreed that that was the correct interpretation of the defendant's words, which is absolute garbage. So, but yeah, so that's bullshit. Let's see. That did actually happen. Oh. Oh, nope. That's not what I want. There we go. All right, that seems good. Let me fix this chat. All right, someone type something. Type. Huh. How do I get this working? I don't have a bottom command. One minute. Let's warp back to my lab for a second. Sorry about the delay. I should have taken care of this earlier. I didn't realize it was going to be like this. Oh, save. There we go. Nope, I don't want that. Ah, there we go. All right, let's warp back. Nice. Okay, there we go. The chat now has a little bit of a background to help us see it better. Maybe I should make it slightly darker. Let's make it a little darker than that. There we go. All right, test. Yeah, see that I think that's a bit better, right? Don't you agree? That's a bit better. I should get better chat overlay at some point. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Oh, the victim. Of course, I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. How's the volume? Is the game overpowering my voice, or am I loud enough, or what? That's sort of my question. Because it feels like the game is pretty loud, but just curious. Just press the R button to check it at any time, okay? There's the court record. Cindy's attorney's badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death, 7/31, July 31st. Or, the 7th day of the 31st month, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Hello, A-Sloth, welcome. We're gonna give you a mini shout out. There we go. All right, profiles. Oh, there are the profiles. How are you doing, A-Sloth? Mia Fey, age 27, chief attorney at Fey & Co. My boss and a very good defense attorney. Larry Butz, age 23. The defendant in this case, a likable guy who has been my friend since grade school. Cindy Stone, age 22. The victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. The game's going well. We're playing a bit of Stellaris, I don't know how to pronounce it earlier, since later today I'll be joining a session with some IRLs. Oh, nice. Winston Payne, age 52, the prosecutor for this case, lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Just press the R button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
If we recall correctly, her autopsy report said she died from blunt force trauma, so let's go with this. Hit with a... She was struck once by a blunt object.
Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne?
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object.
Hello, Discordia. Let me give you a shout out. How's it going, Discordia? It's quiet.
Right there. Yeah, I kind of need you guys to take the hit for me.
I'm doing pretty good. Just starting Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Because I got tired of the game I had been playing.
Oh, my challenge. I'm revealed again.
Let's...
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. I was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts this into evidence.
Statue added to the court record. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Well, let's look at it now. A statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Objection! Use the R button to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butz, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Ahem. Mr. Butz, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you?
Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Did they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever.
What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butz, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder.
What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it.
Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Well, thank you. Passport. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way!
The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies.
Daddies? Sugar?
Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle.
Dude!
We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butz, what do you think of her now?
Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Oof, wins.
Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone.
Poor guy, yes, poor Larry.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is so not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not?
Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah. Tell the truth, it's so good. Yeah, I was there, I went.
Order. Well, Mr. Butz.
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so like, I didn't see her.
Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butz is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
Daddy Judge calling for order. Yeah. I give him a pretty gruff voice, don't I? I know people probably don't give him such a gruff voice as I do, but I think it's a good one. I think it's an appropriate one for the judge.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes.
No, it's fine. We can talk. Like, I'm supposed to interact with chat, right?
Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
How are you a menace, Discordia? Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone working in the apartment's victim? Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
Blackout record. Electricity to Miss Stone's building went out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime.
Now, Mr. Wright.
Yes, yes, Your Honor?
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, Your Honor? I love how Phoenix is just... Phoenix is like an actual attorney, right? Like, he passed his bar or whatever. I don't know if they even have the bar in this game, but like, he's a verified, like, official attorney, and he's just like, what's a cross-examination? It's just like, how does this happen? But I love it, I love it. All right, Wright, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? It's his first rodeo. All he learned left him. That's fair, Gem. That he was basically saying that. Why? You exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Judge's sprite is missing from his chair when the camera faces Mia. That's true. That's true. Thanks for pointing that out. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? Huh? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's dirty face. Sorry. Okay. Open the court record with the R button, then point out contradictions in the testimony. So we have the autopsy report, time of death, 4 to 5 p.m. Oh, the music in Ace Attorney is phenomenal, especially this game and the third one. Oh my goodness. Justice for All has decent music, but not amazing music. And it feels like the music is terrible just because the music in all of the other games is superb. But, yeah. Autopsy report, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. 4 to 5 p.m. Statue in the shape of the thinker is rather heavy. Victim's passport. Oh, I mean, Ace Attorney Investigations is fantastic. Like, I need to play it at some point. We'll see it. Eventually. It's gonna take me a long time, though. Noon to 6 p.m. Alright, here we go. Cross-examination.
I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
Oh, thank you, Aceloth. Yes, Gem, what? What am I waiting for, Gem? I hear sometime off. Huh? Oh, from what you said? Huh? You hear something off? Was it this? Was it this? Was it the time exactly 1 p.m.? Because when did she die? Between 4 and 5? Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Oh no, he said he couldn't go in, but how did he know the phone was not actually working if he didn't go in? That's a good point too, but that's not the contradiction. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw It, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question.
It was a cordless landline, yeah. It was cordless, that we saw in the picture, although it was very brief. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
Time of the discovery. Let me take a drink.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
Unreliable testimony, what's that? I'm just a simple judge, yes.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. There we go. Cross-examination. Do you know what it was? Do you know what the issue was? Because I know.
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
Is it this? Should I present it? Or should I press it first? Let me press it first. Hold it! Are you sure it was a television and not a radio?
Well, no, I guess it might have...
Oh, what are you saying, Enjoy? Objection! Enjoy said objection. I love that. Thank you.
Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television.
Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television.
The witness has testified he heard the time. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program.
I feel like it's this, right? I feel like it's this. With the blackout record. There we go. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it.
Huh?
You couldn't have heard a television or a video. I don't even know what that is. Onizuka school principal? Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Well, Herc.
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sight?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sight? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
That, and...
Oh, sorry, that, and you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sight. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Witness testimony. Hearing the time.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
Huh?
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Phoenix is getting cocky now. I love how cocky Phoenix gets.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there?
It's an anime. There's a school principal who acts all high and mighty, but often ends up as the butt of the joke. I see.
Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
What? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Sod.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Of course. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw. Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Burn, give him death.
Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor?
you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sott heard was definitely this clock. In fact, a fact which is clear if you simply... Oh, let's try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Open your ears and listen hard. That's right. Well, he is the thinker after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25. Ugh.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sott heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sott, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I gonna prove that? Damn it. I was so close.
Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sort.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal!
Oh, I have this nice button that I press on my Stream Deck that flips the reverb. So yeah.
You lawyers are all slime.
Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Syatt. Mia, I mean Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody could prove that. Nobody could prove that. Yeah, think harder about this. Think harder about this, right? Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box, you stupid, sexy man. Sorry. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. No, I mean, Mia, I have to mess around with some of these characters sometime. Anyway, yeah, let's turn this box inside out. Think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait. You're not the first person to say it. No. Mia has big boobs. Wait, we have the sound. Boobies. That was from another person's stream of this game long ago. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Let them have it, right?
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
You ready? You ready for this? Take that! The victim had just returned from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It, or should I say, Mr. Did It? Mr. Did It?
Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly.
I love how this is the only time the game takes notice of the ridiculous names of the characters. Very true. They don't often do that.
and find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butz, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned.
It turns out that Frank Sott was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sott let himself in to do his dirty work. I mean, okay, there are also tons of jokes about Larry Butz's name, like how Gumshoe always gets it wrong, so let's look out for that. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sott grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. 1 second, sorry. I need to drink a lot of water while playing this game, as you could probably tell. Whew. I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there, Phoenix. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief look this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? God, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Sydney Windy's gone, man. Gone Good. Forever.
You've killed me.
Good. Who knows what that's from? My Sydney Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butz, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? You're so good with your hands, Harry Butz. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick, can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about?
Take that!
check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right. I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. Yeah, on you? Literally on you? We'll drink a toast to innocent Butz. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. Innocent Butz in chat? Hello, Stuffy, how's it going? You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. Oh, you're on OSRS, and you're hoping to get a rare drop. I see. Well, good luck with that. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Because I'm blocking the word end. A brand new episode has been added. We're gonna start it today. We might not get through it all today, but we're gonna start it today. Let's save the progress. Turnabout Sisters. I'm gonna take a water break for a brief minute. 1 second. But how's everyone doing? How are you liking the game so far? Before we get started on the next case, you know what they say, a journey of 1,000 miles. The journey of 1,000 miles. I see. There are a bunch of turnabouts we have to do. We have to turn a bunch of things about. As Phoenix Wright. Alright, well, let's continue then, shall we? I don't need to do the sound effects. Hello, this is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you? Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. Ah, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner, something good. Like, burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded, September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Banner canners? I'm not gonna have all the same interpretations as other people. I do love their Maya Fey voice, but it doesn't really fit. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fey & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Fey, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fey, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh, you are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh, my dear Miss Fey, I am so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fey. Red, white, blue. America is the murderer. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Fey and Company. Any cogniferous trees in chat? Speak up if you're a cogniferous tree. I feel it's warm in my apartment. I'm gonna take my shirt off, sorry. 1 second. There we go. Cogniferous trees. Please stand up, cogniferous trees. There we go. Shirt off. What, Gem? Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. The chief left without me. Oh! The frickin' Jinjo. Roast in hell. Sorry. Well, that's strange. I guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Let's look at everything. I smell blood, and that can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia, the chief's okay. Alright, they want me to move. Yeah, how much blood must there be for you to smell it from the other room? That is a very good point, Jorah. That smell! Blood! Sis. Someone's there. Huh? Chief? Chief? Chief! I don't want to actually yell, sorry. I'm probably already loud enough as it is. Who are you? She fainted, I assume. Strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Yeah, there is no blood here. You're right. This really is one of the coldest cases. Cold like Mia. Until she finally was cold.
I lied. It's actually cold. I lied. It's actually hot.
Chief! Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court record. The murder weapon looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock, made by Larry Butz. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass night light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards added to the court record. The broken remains of a glass light stand, broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? What's this? The chief's chair. A simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. Like the chief herself. Oh. It's painful to look, but I have to for Mia's sake. Astute observation, Phoenix. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon. She probably died instantly. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of a glass light stand. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became a murder weapon. Again! There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice, luxurious place. That is ironic. Have we observed everything there is to observe? Huh? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. Receipt added to the court record. A department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. Oh, I can slide. Oh, time to examine a ton of stuff over here. Right, I'd better call the police. Whoops. Huh? That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Please, please come. Oh no. Please, please come quickly. Oh, what was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? Huh? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. The Fay & Co. ledger book. Yeah, he smelled the blood on the paper. Or on the statue, I don't know, one of the two. Everything is written in Chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Well, it is a law office. Surprisingly, the Chief was never good with machines. About all she used this PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. I'd feel awful buying a PC at a garage sale. That's wild. That is wild. I know this game is from a different time, but jeez. Those were the day. All the Chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. All right. The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I better not use it. Huh? That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put it right there on the sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be use for evidence like this outside of the courtroom. Let's talk. What happened? She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And Sis. So she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Let's present some evidence. I'm sorry, I've never seen that before. How have you never seen an attorney's badge before? Come on. About the thinker. The thinker. That was... Oh, sis. Probably shouldn't have asked her about the murder weapon. This was lying next to the chief. She's not from the courtroom. What's the statue to look like? This was lying next to the chief. I know. I saw it in there too. I thought they might be pieces of the light stand. Maybe. Never heard of a glass light stand before. Ah, she doesn't know what a badge looks like. Okay, fine. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. Huh? That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Huh? The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Says the guy named Phoenix, right? True. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, Kay? Great. Just great. Maya. Wait. She wouldn't have. Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. Eek! This would Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not. Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. Oh, what? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. Why does everyone assume it's her handwriting? Well, it's her blood. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m., detention center, visitors room. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Of course I will. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. Really? Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it? No, no one could. Who would believe me? Even you, when you found me in the office. You looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while since I felt that. Ha! So he crashed and burned. He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. Really sexy, you know. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh? Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get in trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But thanks for the seal of approval, Mia. Sorry. Seal of approval, Mia. Ding! There we go. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia... Perfect. I know. Let's examine. Whoops. Smile for the camera. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. Real pro, this guy. Maya, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right, she said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. The conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Oh, day of the crime is available again. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. Kind of gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence. I think this is a repeat. Oh, sorry, never mind. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her. My sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Spirit mediums. So you're an acolyte? Medium in training? That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers are first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yes. In training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? We could just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Huh? Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow, at 10. The trial's tomorrow! Wow! What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. Visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Roseburg Law Offices. September 6th. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. Let's examine a few things, shall we? A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Nice bear statue. We'll look at that too. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case. And if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. Oh, a plant. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. We'll skip this painting for now. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves, filled with expensive-looking books. Funny, they don't look like they've ever been read. That's the point of a bookshelf. To put a bunch of books you think at one point you maybe will read, but never will. Okay, time to check the painting out. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. It's like Steam backlogs! The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. I guess no one's here. Let's go to the law offices. September 6th, Faye & Company Law Offices. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butz guy, aren't you? No, I'm Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Ah, guess I got the name wrong, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butz guy, he was a killer, and you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Detective Gumshoe? Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Detective Suede Shoes. Yeah, I like some of the names. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. Ahem. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick. Ooh, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Let's examine. The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way. I need to write more emo poetry. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could ever remember. That's deep, Phoenix. Cordy line stricta, pal. Who was that? Mia's desk. Perfectly clean as always. The only thing it's missing is Mia. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together.
Oh, if you had a record of every movie I've ever cried to, there'd be a long yet short list. Why is Luca in jail, Dice? Why are you jailing Luca? There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is that Maya probably read all of these. Can I slide? No, I can't. I just have to talk. Mia. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. Autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death. 9/5, September 5th at 9:00 p.m. Cause, single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Maya. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Oh, why do you say that? The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Yeah, of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. Edgeworth. Oh, Edgeworth, you're so dreamy. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Oh, don't talk about him that way. You make it sound barely human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back-alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. Guilty verdict disease, yes, yeah. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Let me show you my prosecutor's badge. What's that? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you. Let's show him the thinker. I was wondering, do you know anything about this? That statue? That's the murder weapon. Huh? He thinks the clock is just a statue, too. I'm starting to wish I'd never seen this thing. There was broken glass at the crime scene, right? Oh, that? Seems like a glass stand next to the victim fell over. The glass shards were pieces of the broken stand. There was a piece of paper next to the victim, wasn't there? Yeah, the one with the killer's name written on it. Are you sure that Maya herself wrote it? Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if it's her handwriting or not. There you go, Stuffy. So there's no proof that Mia wrote it. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him not so straight. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy. I've got to be gay with him. But what should I tell him? Something the matter? Oh, no, that carrying strap on the cell phone. This? It says the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. The Steel Samurai, that action hero on TV? Yeah, you see that strap is a collector's item. What kind of cell phone is that? It's an old one, it's pre-flip phone. When was this game released? Let's look it up. When was Ace Attorney first released? Pop. Release date. Apparently October 12th, 2001. Can you believe it? This game is like, it's older than Golden Sun according to the internet. According to ChatGPT. No, I didn't ask ChatGPT. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. It was a GBA series first. That what she said? Yes. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Maya's cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already then? You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not gonna go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Let's listen to this recording. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker. And it tells you the time. Ah, I should probably tell you. The clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? I'll leave that one up to your imagination. See you tonight at 9. Okay. Let's go to the Gatewater Hotel. That looks suspicious. Room 303.
Well, hello there, handsome.
Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal.
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can play the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Hello, Luca. How's it going? We're giving you a mini shout-out. Let's examine some stuff. Yeah, it is on my list of games. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. It's a lot of reading. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. I need to write more poetry. There's the Fay & Co. law offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge. That looks suspicious. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey, hey! What are you doing? No touching. Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now.
A nice, massive screwdriver.
Ooh, bad boy. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Ooh, observe? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Better not encourage her.
You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened?
I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please?
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Man with a big screwdriver and vocabulary. Oh boy. Could you just exactly who are you?
Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No, hey, I'm just doing my job here.
You know you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do?
Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television.
Oh, no, not me. I'm just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers,
Oh boy.
Excuse me, but I'm a witness, police witness. You understand? How could I possibly give you any information in good conscience? Me, the witness. It's just like in those movies.
All right, let's move. Maybe something's happened at the Grossberg law offices. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back.
Ahem.
If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard.
So you're the one they say has been looking for me.
I'm doing well. How are you doing today, Luca? Are you enjoying the game so far? See, even though there's a lot of reading, I feel that you might like it because I'm doing the reading, not you. So, yeah. You know how it goes.
So you...
I don't want him to be too similar to the judge.
So you're the one they say has been looking for me.
Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. Oh, you like me reading to you? Sure. I'll read to you all the time.
That badge on your collar. So you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yes, well, yes.
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed.
Not busy? And how come no one could get in touch with you?
Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey.
Yes, Maya Fey. Go on.
Why the strange reaction?
Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking in cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow?
Him. Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case.
Well, you see, it's just I'm busy, you see.
But the client is Mia Fey's sister.
Him.
Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
Think not.
Huh? Did you say something?
I think not, I said.
Oh, what do you mean?
I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? I'm gonna take a sip of water. Here we go. How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here. A long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes, and on her breasts. She followed it with a burning passion, never looked back, that one.
There we go, I took a big gulp for you, Luca. You got it. I enjoy. Do you like my reading of the game? That painting, that's quite a painting.
Oh, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it, not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale.
I'm not buying. Jeez.
Very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter.
Yes, he will never, ever get rid of this painting. No matter what. I probably should go see Mia in the detention center. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention center, visitors room. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. And I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her. All by herself up on that mountain? So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. Huh? The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became a laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White? Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well, I can't abandon you. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there. A long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Of course, Luca. This is a very not realistic game, but yeah, there's an anime thing to say. Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Whew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? The big screwdriver inside her drawer. It was when I tried to look into that drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Let's do it, let's move. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? Ah, I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the, facilities. Hello, Ghost Rosie. Little Ghosty Rosie, how are you doing? If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. Gah, you came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? Objection! White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Wiretap added to the court record. There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. All right. I'll be using this beat of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. Let's save. What are you thinking about the game so far? Should we continue or should we end there? What are you thinking? Should we continue or should we keep going? Should we do trial or should we stop? Brox. I'm gonna eat some almonds though. I'm gonna grab a bunch of almonds. What do you all think? Whoops, sorry, I hit the wrong thing. We will do more trial. Sorry, I was eating my almonds. I was being quiet. Got some water, but we'll do more trial. It was Yum, 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 yum. But yeah, we can't settle because it's a murder trial. So that's what's going on here. But we will do the first day of trial. September 7th, 10 a.m., District Court. Sorry, give me a second. Let me drink some more water. Ah, there we go. District Court, courtroom number 1. Okay, here we go. I'm ready.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Just like our college days. All over me on the couch.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Hi, Hachi. How's it going? Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir.
Wait, how did...
Sir. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir.
Oh, I can't get his voice right anymore.
I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Glad you're doing good. Did you have breakfast?
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir.
I don't like the sir, I like pal better.
The court accepts the statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Let's check the floor plans. Okay, that's what it looks like. We also have the receipt, a department store receipt with letters written in blood on the back. A wiretap found in Miss May's hotel room. The Thinker, a murder weapon, looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock, made by Larry Butz. Glass shards, the broken remains of a glass light stand. Broken beyond all recognition. There's the cell phone call, which we heard before. Mia's autopsy report. At 9 p.m., caused single blood force trauma. Death was instantaneous. Oh, pancakes, bacon, and eggs. That sounds so good. I need to start eating stuff like that again. It sounds so good. Now, detective.
Yes, sir?
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had odd evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Maya Fey's arrest.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Smack! Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. All right,
let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination now. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey, pal. Don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay. I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right. Please continue. There were 2 people there already. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the 2 people you found on the scene were. Yugi, I swear it was 3 minutes. Yes, sir. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With your funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why's that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it.
You did say it.
You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink.
That's enough. Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages. Mia learned very well. She knew very well the power of pressing things against people. Yeah. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. You should watch Savers again, or Data Squad again, Luca. You should.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor?
Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence for the first time?
I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir.
Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Hard evidence. Hello, lawyer. How's it going? Let me give you a little shout-out. I'm giving people little shout-outs today. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. Hold it! And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen, I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. I found a memo written on the piece of paper next to the victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, then who did write it, Smarty Pants? Who? The killer. Anyone can see that. Oh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, detective, tell us what was written on the memo you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. He sounded pretty confident. This might not be good. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the, little bits in the blood, the, hermogoblins, hermogoblin bobbin? I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests.
Yes, that's quite clear. You may continue with your testimony.
Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. On which hand was the bloody finger, detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Ha ha ha! Nice try. Uh-oh. I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, detective. Oof. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? It isn't a movie, it's a game. Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Let's look at the court record. Death was instantaneous. Oh, they're so good, Lloyd, aren't they? Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. I think it's pretty good. Because I'm playing it on the Switch, as you might be able to tell. I think the graphics look nice, and I think the controls are pretty good. And it has some quality of life updates, like when I'm searching things, it highlights the things I can interact with. But I don't know if there's anything else. Objection! Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? Or Mia Fey wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? I forget how much it cost. I got it for their Black Friday sale, and it was like $10 when I got it, or something like that. I forget exactly how much it was. But it was pretty cheap when I got it. but it might not be so cheap anymore. Maybe when you get done with Pokemon. Yeah, that would be great. She was accusing the defendant Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? Oh goodness, I'm probably pretty loud. You have it backwards, detective. You caught a shiny Murkrow with its hidden ability by full odds. Nice, nice. But backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. Is it on PC? It might be. I'm playing on Switch. Nice, nice. But no butting your way out of this one, detective.
Order, order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write down anything.
Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? No butting. Oh, Arceus, nice. When? The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder.
The prosecution's point being...
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report?
Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Autopsy report updated in the court record. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived for a few minutes after being hit. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service.
Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
Witness testimony. Witness's account.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know.
Edgeworth is a big boy.
And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. Lucas Smallboy. That's the end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink. Let me give a shout out. Hello, Mao. How's it going?
Well, Your Honor. I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony.
Oh, good point, Lawyer. You little baby demon. Feels like so long ago since you've seen it.
I don't see a need to trouble the witness any.
Oh, wait, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
Oh, I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite, firm, like her breasts, didn't you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Yes, I'm doing it. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Ooh.
Sorry, I gotta get into her voice.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know.
Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Like, why what?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sort of, you know. I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night.
Ooh.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you battering my witness. That today is gonna be oh, the sky, yeah. Sets her on fire, yep. But battering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him!
The poor girl.
Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned.
Poor girl? What about poor me? You looked out the window. What did you see next? Wow! The only thing Wright needs to be battering is that she... True, though.
And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked.
The woman with long hair? That was Mia Fey?
Slender, sort of, well, some people might say pretty if that's your thing.
Your thing? And the person attacking her?
The one attacking her was that mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair.
How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just, you know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Yep, he's right. Her testimony certainly does make sense. And everyone in the court keeps siding with her. I'd better not press too hard on this one. So then, tell us what happened to the victim.
Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away.
She dodged? Dodged what?
Well, the attack.
Please continue your testimony.
But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her.
How do you know it was my client?
Huh? Well, gee. First of all, she had a girl's physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her?
She has a point. Now I question that testimony. Her outfit is ridiculous. How would you not mention that? Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks.
Oh, what?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. Oh dear. You're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant?
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, what's the meaning of this? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
Rawr, what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her. Yeah, if real life court was like this, it would be wild. Absolutely wild, ridiculous.
I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the attack and ran off to the right. And then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, the kind of statuey clock? The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you, tee-hee?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
Do you like Daddy Judge? Someone earlier, Discordia was just said that my voice made it like Daddy Judge or something like that. What is his account?
I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right.
Is that right as in your right as you looked from the hotel?
Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand, right?
Satisfied, Mr. Wright. Please continue.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her.
How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done up like a bun.
What happened then?
And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did.
Where did this weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
That clock. The kind of statuey clock. The thinker, I think.
A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, Don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now.
That clock, the kind of statuey clock, the thinker, I think.
Her previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wanted her to say. So this was the testimony in her own words? Time to press and squeeze the truth out of her. Figuratively, of course. I would never physically squeeze her. Murder weapon. Looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock. I feel this is what I have to present. Because everyone thinks it's a statue, but she knows it's a clock. And that's suspicious. Objection! Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it.
Oh.
Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Ooh,
Mordor! The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue your question to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
huh? What? So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's because I heard it? Yeah, I heard it. Say the time.
So you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co.
No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay & Co, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Wait, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honor.
I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... Oh yeah! The stuff is taken out. Remember the conversation? The clock isn't talking right now. I had to take the clockwork out. They couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look right now. Oh.
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright.
Oh, something weird happened here. Sorry.
Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Miss May. Tisk tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction.
That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed?
Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves that when the clockwork was removed. Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone.
Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order, order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it.
The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear when the clockwork was already gone by the time this was... Let me restart that. I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that the murder weapon was a clock?
Ooh, well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
Yes. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
It was made by Larry Butz. It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever. Wait, you voiced the judge? What?
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible, everything is sold in stores.
Richard Nixon? What are you talking about, Mao? Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today. Oh.
What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
That sounded like a...
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Oh. So silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Wink.
Scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known that the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me the evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
Is it the cell phone? I'm not exactly sure what the answer is because there is the cell phone, but there's also the wiretap. I think it's the cell phone though. The defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that already.
Take another listen to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Oh, what was your prezi, Luca? Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. War Greymon action figure. That's really cool. That's cool. I want to see it at some point. Show it to me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the Thinker. And it tells you the time.
They do mention the Thinker. But how would the witness know of this conversation? Do you have proof that she knew of the conversation?
Wiretap. Have a look at this.
Oh, ooh, that?
I found this in Miss May's room.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May.
Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You voyeur? It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. After I look at this picture. Ooh. Oh, that is really cool. It's big. How big is it? That sounds like an inappropriate question. But yeah. You did it, didn't you? How big is it, I ask? Yes. Miss May.
What is it, you little shrimp? Talk to me in that tone of voice, will you?
You killed her, didn't you? I don't know how big it is, but it's pretty well articulated. I see.
Order, there will be order.
What? How can you possibly say that? Are you mad? All I did was a little wiretapping. Oops.
So you admit you tapped her phone?
But wait. I didn't do anything bad like murder. I'm a good girl.
Really? Can you prove it? No way she can prove it.
You think you're so smart, Mr. Lawyer. But I can prove it, and I will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee.
Iced coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder. Iced coffee? You like iced coffee, Luca? I thought you hated coffee. Or do you like iced coffee with a ton of sugar in it?
So, where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to just let her walk away. Oh, so if you drink coffee, it's gotta be iced, I see. I see. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, come on, think of something. Call the bellboy as a witness. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunk it quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Well, why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Accept the condition. Yeah, alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait.
Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I forget my bellboy voice. Oh, no. I received a summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado...
He could be your bellboy. What are you talking about, Gemstar? Is that your type, Gem? Luca would make a good bellboy? I see.
That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony.
Very good, sir. Witness testimony. Gotta get some water, sorry. You'll try. Oh, interesting, Gem. Interesting. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call at 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Yes, Luca, please bring the crumpets and our finest tea. Because apparently you're the bellboy now, I guess. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved in the murder now, Maya will be finished. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim?
Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions.
I believe I received a call at 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir.
Yes, what then?
She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her room. At 9 on the dot, sir. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir. 9. The time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Whoops. Let's go back to that. Precisely 9, then. Precisely, exactly. And most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, teehee. I'd like iced coffee at 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, she, the guest, sir, favored me with a, embrasser, sir. Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek, I assure you. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand.
I can't let this happen, can I? Wait, please wait.
Yes, does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all.
Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in. Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in Miss May. Oh, all right. Very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl. So it was a disappointment, really. I see. Huh? Excuse me? What exactly was a disappointment? Well, I am not without charm, sir. But even I'd have little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectionable.
Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Oh, well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Ah, yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir.
You fool.
I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room with a man. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Luco would like to go to a room with a man, I guess, maybe. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hope that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple, it was... The bellboy is... Gem! I guess the bellboy is single, yes. It was the man who checked in with Miss May. Ooh. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man who was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder.
My, what a convenient little setup, but it's a little too late.
Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court.
Upstart. Amateur.
These accusations are ludicrous.
Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
September 7th, 2:24 p.m. Defendant lobby. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine. Me too, Maya. Edgeworth is so dreamy. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so, not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this... Sorry, Phoenix voice. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis. Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of Miss April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. May testimony added to the court record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center. It's up for me to set her free. To be continued. Yay! Let's save. I'm definitely saving. Alright, but that's it for today. Ooh. Oh, you thought it was good, Jem? What was good about it? You missed the bellboy already. I want to get to some music. So I can have music for my, We'll just skip this until we get music. There we go. Alright, let me put my, my grimoire away and get my staff back out. And let's warp back to my lab, shall we? Alrighty, back in the lab. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. What did you all think? I mean, I tried my hardest. Some of the voices weren't amazing, but whatever. We tried. Oh, thank you, Luca. Thank you. We'll continue case 2 next stream. Thank you, Luca. And thank you, Jem. Alright. So let's just see. Let me look at some things right now. But I enjoy this so much more than, I enjoy this so much more than than what I had been playing. I'm so glad that I stopped playing it. The Golden Sun: The Lost Age. I might come back to it at some point, but what is that, Rosie? Why are you shaking the rat? Oh, my excited voice? What's my excited voice? Anyway, yeah, Golden Sun: The Lost Age was really getting on my nerves. 'Cause rat? Okay, sure, why not? Why not? But yeah, it was getting on my nerves. I needed to end, and this is so much more enjoyable. So, yeah. One day we'll play these Ace Attorney games. We'll play Danganronpa. We'll play Ghost Trick. I bought them all for Nintendo's Black Friday sale, so I knew they were such good deals. They were like $5 to $10 each. It was so good. It was so good. Like, I had to. And so now I have things to stream, although it requires a lot of voice acting. I try to interact with chat when I can, but we'll see. Deals are great. They save you a lot of money. Hopefully. But I also spend money on things. Let's see. Huh. You know, there's a person who I've never rated before. What should we do? Yeah. There are 2 people I've never rated before. But I feel embarrassed about rating one of them, so I'm not going to. I don't know, I would feel nervous about it. So let's raid this other person. I mean, there are tons of people live. Oh, you know what? Let's raid Zeke. Let's do that. Let's do that. Why not? Seems that he's doing art right now. Here's the raid message. Oh, Enjoy, thank you for being here. So glad to see you, Enjoy. I hope you liked the stream. Yeah, so we'll continue. I might stream more. I don't know when I'm next gonna stream. But I might stream a little this week because I'm free. But otherwise, I'll be back on Saturday with more Echoes of Wisdom, which I started this yesterday, and it's been so fun. I've enjoyed the 2 new games I've started recently, both Echoes of Wisdom and Phoenix Wright. So if I'm not back before Saturday, I'll be back on Saturday with more Echoes of Wisdom. So yeah. Oh, I should once again congratulations to Brox for getting first and Dice for getting second. Yeah. If that's all, thank you all for joining. Thank you all. I'm gonna see you later. Bye everyone. I'm gonna warp out of here now. See ya. Love you all for being here. Thank you.